My name is Jan Patek, and whenever we do one of these things that they've got to get the whole design on one little page, I kind of look at them and go, but I do applique. I don't do little piecing. And especially if it's supposed to look like a signature block, which I thought should kind of look like something I do. So I took their drawing. See the little teensy blocks in the corner? Yeah, and I had somebody make this for me. And then I appliqued a little house and grass and a teeny tiny window and door and embroidered my name on it. And if you'll come to my booth, if you want the pattern for the center, I hope it's coming in by UPS to my motel today, along with my brochures. So I will go ahead and give it to you. The fabric line is called Audra's Iris Garden, and it's named after my grandmother Laird, Audra Laird, who gave us some beautiful iris years ago that still bloom in my garden. She gave them to my mother, and then when we moved my mother up an hour north to Cameron where we live, we put it in the contract when we sold her house that we got to go dig up the iris, and we brought them up. My sister has some and I have some, and I'm going to give some to my children when they hopefully purchase their own houses sometimes. This is a block of the month called Audra's Iris Garden that I made when I got the scans of the fabric. And it was really fun because most of the time my quilts have something to do with my life. And as I was doing it, I thought, why am I putting those cats in there? My grandma never had cats. And then I remembered that when my father died when I was 8, and we moved back to Kansas City and lived with my grandparents for a year while my mom's house was built. And they did have some kittens that lived in the garage, and I would smuggle them into the house. And they had big windows with storm windows on the outside, and I'd pull down the blinds and put the kitten in between the storm window and the window so nobody'd see. And I hadn't thought of that in years until I made the quilt and put cats in the quilt. So that's a block of the month made out of Audra's Iris Garden. Yeah.
Booth number?
My booth is 359. Yeah. It's either 359 or 356. I think it's 359. And this is baskets and berries and birds, and it's kind of where I'm trying to get my quilt to go, because there's one little pineapple, that's hospitality, that kind of stands for other people. The baskets stand for quilting, and always have. So you notice it's mostly baskets. So come to my booth and I'll give you the pattern for the house.